Good morning. Welcome to the class today. And as always, please participate in the chat if you're able to. Or if you're watching this later when it's not live, please leave comments or suggestions. And if anyone who is here right now has any requests, please let me know, either for a length of class or a part of the body you'd like to focus on, or an emotion that you would like to focus on. I have been getting feedback that people seem to prefer the shorter format in general, so I'll try to make it short without making it too fast at the same time. And also just let me know how you're feeling right now with the holiday season, if you're feeling stressed out or if you're kind of able to retreat and relax with the pandemic situation, since obviously we can't go to as many parties and or gatherings, things like that. Yeah, let's just get started. I don't see any chat or comments, so. So let's start in a comfortable seated position. Just if you can sit with your legs crossed, that's a little better because we're going to be grabbing onto our knees to start stretching our shoulders. If this is an uncomfortable position for you to sit in, then maybe if you could put a blanket or something underneath you to prop yourself up a little bit, it might be a little more comfortable. So get as comfortable as you can. And we're just going to start to notice the breath. As I've been saying a lot, the most important part of yoga is the breath. So just start by noticing which parts of your body are moving with each inhalation and exhalation. If you can't feel any movement, then try putting one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest. And just start to feel your body expanding, especially your chest expanding with each inhalation, but also your rib cage and your back. And start to feel your body just releasing and softening with each exhalation. And so I always picture the inhalations as going up and out, and the exhalations as going down, all the way down into your root, whether that's your pelvic floor or your sit bones or your feet. Good. And then as you become more aware of your breath, I recommend shifting to the Ujjayi breath, which is yogic breath, breathing with sound. Inhaling and exhaling through your nose with sound. And the way we do that is closing the back of the throat a little bit, as if we're fogging up, whispering or fogging up a mirror or a window. So getting that sound in your throat, but then closing your your lips, and so you're making the sound still in the back of your throat, but inhaling and exhaling through your nose. And what this does is brings even more awareness to your breath and lengthens the inhalations and exhalations, which can be calming and warming. Actually, it's rather than warming, it regulates your body temperature. So in the winter, it's warming, and in the summer, it's cooling, which is pretty nice. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. Just kind of relaxing into the breath. Good, and then start to just do some neck rolls very gently. Exhaling as your head goes down and inhaling as it comes up. So coordinating our breath with our movement. And be gentle, but just notice as you're exhaling, as your head goes down, maybe you feel just some expansion with each breath. So you're able to get a little deeper into the movement. Good, and then maybe you want to go all the way around. Make sure you go in both directions. So and while we're doing this, we're keeping the lower belly engaged, so the Uddiyana Bandha. So we're always supporting with our lower belly and our pelvic floor. Good, and now grabbing into your knees. Look down, exhale. Draw your belly in and round your spine. And then inhale, place your fingertips behind you. Look up and draw your shoulder blades together, opening your chest. And exhale. Draw the belly in, look down, round the spine. Inhale. Look up, shoulder blades drawn together. And just a couple more of these. Just moving with your own breath. Good, now take one hand, place it on the opposite knee. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale, twist gently, looking over your shoulder. And again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen the twist, just a little bit, micro movements. And inhale, and exhale. Good, and coming back to center, and other side. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. And inhale, lengthen, and exhale, twist. And we continue the Ujjayi breathing with sound throughout this practice. It's kind of hard for me to demonstrate and talk at the same time. but I'll try to do it when I can. And let's come onto our hands and knees. Hands, shoulders distance apart, right underneath your shoulders, and knees hip distance apart. Toes tucked under. And take a moment, just notice your hands. You want to spread your fingers wide and press your knuckles, especially the knuckles of your index fingers, into the mat. And inhale, open your chest, raise your tailbone, drop your belly. And exhale, drop your head, round your spine, draw the belly in. Inhale, and exhale, cat and cow. So moving with your own breath. At the pace of your own breath. Making or inhaling completely and exhaling completely. As you exhale, really pushing all of the air out of your stomach, drawing the belly in. And drawing the pelvic floor up as well as you exhale. Good, and then just coming back to a neutral spine. Right leg back, left arm forward, inhale. Raise the right leg, toes pointing down. And just be here. Try to align your hips so that they're as square as possible, so parallel to the floor rather than one hip coming up. That's why we point the toes down and flex the foot. This is strengthening your core and lower back. Good, and then reach back, grab your foot, and just kick back, opening up your shoulder. And release. And other side. Left leg back, right arm forward, inhale, lift, breathe. Good, and then reach back, grab your foot, inhale, kick back. And release. And staying here with your hips raised, just walk your hands forward, bringing your chest and chin towards the mat for a nice back and shoulder stretch. And use your breath, coming up and lengthening as you inhale and deepening the stretch as you exhale. So in yoga, rather than bouncing into a stretch, we use our breath, deepening the stretch with each, so moving with each exhalation to deepen the stretch. And you're thinking of it more as releasing and softening into the pose than kind of trying to work your way into the pose. And that's really the most efficient way to achieve flexibility in yoga, by using your exhalations to soften into the pose. Good. And from here, just come back to your tabletop position and straighten your legs, downward dog. And just take a couple breaths here, pedaling your heels towards the floor. Good, and then walk your hands back towards your feet. Inhale, look out of you. Exhale, fold. And inhale, come all the way up. Reach up, and exhale. Hands to hearts. And I saw somebody said hello. Good morning, Rory. Nice to see you, as always. So now coming into mountain pose. This is also a deceptively simple pose. It's a great place to check your alignment. So your feet can either be, toes can be touching, or your feet can be hip distance apart. And just take a moment to rock back and forth from side to side, spreading your toes wide until you really feel kind of centered on the mat and light and balanced. Just really strong and supported as well. And scanning up from your feet, so as I said, your toes should be spread wide, your knees slightly bent, belly in and up, pelvic floor engaged as well. Neutral position of the pelvis, so just keeping your spine long, shoulders back and down, chest open, and chin parallel to the mat, neck long. And come back to your breath here. And exhale, hands down, palms facing forward. And inhale, reach up. And exhale, both the arms down. Inhale, reach up. And exhale. Inhale, reach up. And exhale. And inhale, reach up. This time, clasp your hands over your head. Index fingers pointing up. Find as much length as possible. You should feel stretch all the way through, all the way down through your abdominal wall. And exhale, reach to one side, look in the opposite direction. Inhale, open, exhale. Inhale back to center. Change the clasp of your hands so that your dominant thumb is underneath and reach. Inhale. Exhale, reach. And inhale, lengthen, exhale, reach. And float your hands back down. And if you have a strap, belt, or scarf nearby, go ahead and grab it. Otherwise, you don't necessarily need it. It's just really nice to have it to add the resistance between your hands. And we're going to inhale up and exhale, drop it behind us. Inhale up. Make sure you're gentle and aware of your shoulders here. So you don't want to be tweaking anything. It should feel good. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale And exhale. And inhale up. And then just moving, maybe from side to side, maybe twisting a little bit. Just really getting into your back and shoulders, maybe even your hips. Doing whatever feels good to you right now. And you're at home, so feel free to look ridiculous. Nobody's watching, and this is your practice. Good. And just twist the strap to the side. And let's step to the front of our mats. Again, find mountain pose, hands to hearts. And prepare for some sun salutations, just to build up a little bit of heat so that we're ready for some stretching. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. And here you can bend your knees as much as you need to, depending on the flexibility of your hamstrings. And your hamstrings will get warmer throughout the practice, so you should find that you're able to bend just a little bit more each time. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, again, bend. Inhale, look forward. Exhale. And inhale, look forward. Exhale, place your hands and step back into plank pose or modified plank. And hold for a couple of breaths here. Actually, I just kind of spontaneously started doing this, but maybe you try to. It feels pretty nice. Just waving back and forth from plank to kind of a modified downward dog. Good, and then coming forward into plank. Come all the way down to the mat. Forehead down so that you're keeping the back of your neck long. Reach back behind you, clasp your hands, and inhale, just raise your head and chest. Engaging your back here and your core. And inhale. Maybe you come up a little bit more. Notice your lower back. And exhale back down. Hands next to your chest. Tuck your toes. And press back downward dog. And just stay here for a couple breaths. Pedaling your feet, bringing your heels towards the mat. You might need to just check your the length of your downward dog here, and just experiment with stepping a little bit forward or a little bit back, maybe bringing your feet a little closer together, farther apart, just until you get to the place that feels right for you. And the sun is shining in my eyes. Good, and inhale, look between your hands, bend your knees, and step forward. Look ahead of you, flat back, exhale, forward. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, hands to hearts. And inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Try to step the opposite foot back this time. Holding plank or modified. And if you want to bring that movement into it, go ahead. Just make sure that you're still engaging your core the entire time and breathing. Good. Coming back to plank all the way down. Again, forehead down, neck long, clasping the hands. Inhale, locust pose. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, bring your forehead down, and this time bend your knees, reach back, grab your ankles, and inhale, upward bow pose. And if you want to rock back and forth a little bit here, it can be really good for your digestion. And release. Tuck the toes. And press back, downward dog. And it's an alternative to downward dog. If you're feeling tired, you can always come to child's pose as well. Or if you'd just rather have a more restorative practice. So it's really up to you and how you feel today. Good, and then your knees, and again, if you can remember which foot you stepped forward with before, try to do the opposite one this time. Inhale, and then exhale. And inhale, and then exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Holding plank. Or the plank, more dynamic plank here. Exhale, come all the way down. Inhale, this time leaving your hands where they are, elbows in, shoulders away from the ears. And come up, baby cobra. Really activate your legs here. Exhale, back down, cut the toes. And downward dog or child's pose. And be aware of your shoulders here. Try to bring your shoulder blades close together and your shoulders away from the ears. Really lengthening your arms. Good. Bend your knees. Step forward. Inhale, exhale. And inhale, come up. Exhale. Sun salutation B. Exhale, bend your knees deeply as if you're sitting in a chair. And inhale. Chair pose. Draw the belly in, engage the pelvic floor. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Inhale, lengthen, hands together. And gently twist left elbow to right thigh. Look over your right shoulder. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. And look over your left shoulder. Inhale back to center. Arms out to the sides. Exhale, fold. Inhale, exhale, plank. Inhale, exhale, come down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes. Press back. And just taking one breath here. Turning the left foot slightly out. Inhale, step forward, warrior one. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, straighten the right leg. Inhale, exhale, reach the leg forward, and inhale, triangle pose. Inhale, come up. Point your left foot a little more forward towards the front of the mat. Inhale, left hand up, and exhale, revolve triangle. So if you have a block nearby, that can help here, or just, you don't need to come down that far. This is excellent for your back. Good. Inhale. Come back up and exhale. Cartwheel, hands down. Step back. Plank. All the way down. Inhale. Exhale. Downward dog. Take a breath. And then same standing poses on the left side. Inhale, warrior one. And inhale, straighten the leading leg. Exhale, reach way forward. Inhale, triangle pose. Inhale, come back up. Adjust your feet. Right arm up and exhale, twist. And this one can take a little bit of practice. It's a challenging pose. So just stay with it. Do your best. Good. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, cartwheel and hands down. Back, plank. Exhale down. Inhale, exhale. And now resting for a few breaths, either in downward dog or child's pose. Deep inhalations, full exhalations. Lengthening the upper body with each exhalation. Dropping the head. Good. And bend your knees. Inhale, step forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale. Inhale, exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. left elbow to right thigh. Inhale back to center, exhale, twist right elbow to left thigh. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale again, exhale. Step back plank. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Downward dog. Take a breath here, and then inhale, turn your left foot out to more of a 90-degree angle, and step into warrior two. This can also be a slightly wider stance. And really try to sink into that leading leg, bending your knee as much as you can, but keeping the knee behind or above the ankle, so you might need to widen your stance in order to do that. Inhale, float the arms up, exhale, reverse warrior, feel the length along your right side. Inhale, warrior two, exhale. Reach your left arm over extended side angle. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, pivot on your back foot, left hand down, right arm up, so we're twisting to the right. Inhale, exhale, reach forward, hands down, and step back plank. Take a breath. Exhale, come down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes. And downward dog. And now same sequence on the left side. So inhale the right leg out, or the right foot out. Step the left foot forward. Come up into warrior two. Take a few breaths here. Again, really sinking into your leading leg. And inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, reverse. Inhale and exhale. Extending your right arm overhead. Inhale back into warrior two for a moment. Exhale, pivot your right foot. Right hand down, left arm up. Twisting to the left. And inhale, exhale, reach forward, bring your hands down, plank, exhale, inhale, exhale, and resting for 5 breaths in either downward dog or child's pose. Again, lengthening your upper body with each exhalation. Good. On your knees, inhale, step forward. From here, we're going to come into Share one more time. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, sit back into your deepest version of the pose. And straighten the legs, arms out, exhale, fold. And inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. And from here, or just find, if your feet are not already hip distance apart, you're just going to step them hip distance apart. And make sure you're not overestimating the distance of your hips. So it should be, my hips are not small, but this is about like this. So good. And inhale, expand the chest, exhale, fold, and reach around your legs. Inhale, flat back, look ahead of you, and exhale, just pulling your head towards your legs. Actually, it's kind of, you're lengthening at the same time that you're pulling, so your head is going towards your feet and towards your legs. And feel free to round your lower back here, really engaging your pelvic floor and your core. And you're lengthening your back with each inhalation. Good. Inhale, exhale, and then slowly come up so that you don't get dizzy. Great. And just working on our balance a little bit here. Lost my glasses. Oh. Good. So coming back into mountain pose. Actually, we're going to start with straps. Or if you don't have a strap, I'll show you a modification. But our hamstrings should be a little bit more warm now, a little bit more stretched. So just find the place on the floor to look to help with your balance, something that's not moving, something small, about 5 or 6 feet in front of you. Step your foot into, just can be your right or left foot. I don't know if you want to mirror me or do the opposite. And step your foot into the strap. Make sure that it's the ball of your foot in the strap and not the arch. And then pull your foot up. And if you don't have a strap or if this is just too much, you can just do this. Good, and then bring, it's better not to look at someone, and I was like looking at myself on the screen. You can do this if you want to keep your balance. Bring your leg out to the side. And back to center. And then we're going to keep our leg here, but release our hands. And just hold here for a minute. It's a bit intense, but just notice what muscles are working here. And release. And other side. And Bring the foot out to the side. Opening the hips a little bit. And back to center. Let go. Try to point your foot here as well. And release. Good. And moving on to tree pose. So maybe tree will seem a little bit easier after doing that, maybe not. But just notice how it feels. So I'll go through all the different positions you could try. So you can have one toe down, or you can place your foot underneath your knee or above your knee, not on your knee, and try to keep your hip open. So bringing your knee out to the side. And then finally, if you do lotus pose, then you can bring one foot into lotus pose. Good. Inhale the arms up. And exhale. And gently release. Take a moment to ground yourself again. And move to the other side. And inhale, arms up. And exhale. And release. Good. Just take mountain pose, again grounding yourself. And step into wide-legged pose. So try to avoid pointing your toes out. That's what we would naturally do here. Feet are either parallel or slightly pigeon-toed here in order to be properly aligned in the pose. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, clasp your hands behind you. Inhale, shoulder blades together, hands back. And exhale, fold forward. And try to bring your head in line with your feet. You might need to widen your stance a little more. You can also use a block here. Good. Inhale, release the clasp. Place your hands in line with your feet. Come up onto your fingertips. Look forward and exhale again, fold. And you might find it a little easier to bring your head a little closer to the floor now. Good. Inhale, look up. And exhale, heel toe your feet together until they're a little wider than hip distance. And come down into a squat. And try to keep your back as straight as possible here. And press your knees apart with your arms, open your hips. Feel your tailbone drop. Keep your pelvic floor and core engaged. And If your heels are not on the floor, that's okay, but maybe rest them on a blanket. It's really important to be grounded here. And release. And extend both legs. Inhale, reach up, exhale, fold forward. And just grab anywhere you can on your legs. Just here at your deepest extension. And drop your head. Inhale, look up. And exhale, come in, sit in staff pose. So again, a just simply simple pose. This is really aligning your body in a seated position. So just your weight evenly balanced between your sit bones, feet flexed, shoulders back and down, back straight. If you can't keep a straight back with straight legs, you can bend your legs a little bit. Good, and then bring your left foot in. Inhale, reach up, exhale, fold over your... Did I say left foot? I meant right foot, but it can really be either one. Just do the opposite next time. But fold over your extended leg. So you're going to be twisting slightly here. Drop your head. And if you're not coming all the way down, that's okay. Just keep thinking of lengthening with each inhalation and coming a little closer to the leg with each exhalation. Breathing into your hamstring. Inhale, look up. Exhale, switch sides. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, come up. And just bring your knee up. Take the opposite arm up and twist towards your knee. And see if you can bring your elbow outside of your leg. If not, you can just grab onto your knee. And inhale, lengthen, and exhale, twist. Looking over your shoulder if possible. And with each breath, keep lengthening with the inhalation and twisting with the exhalation. This again, really good for your digestion, but also your back. And inhale, look forward, switch sides. Inhale the left, or the opposite arm up. I don't know which side you're on. And exhale, twist. And try to keep a straight back. Try to avoid kind of collapsing into a pose. And you can use the hand behind you to sort of prop yourself up. Good. Inhale back to center. And just one more. Bring your feet together. Open them up like a book. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale. Pull forward, bringing your head towards your feet. Again, it's okay if they're nowhere near your feet, just as long as with each exhalation you are letting yourself come a little deeper into the pose. Just a little bit. You should feel just a micro movement closer to your feet each time you exhale. And at the same time, pressing down on your thighs with your elbows. So again, thinking of releasing into the pose rather than forcing yourself into the pose. You want to be releasing any tension you're feeling. Good. Inhale. Exhale, bring your knees together. And inhale, lift your feet up into modified boat pose. And you can point your feet here, or point your toes. Maybe release, using your core to find your balance here. And just gonna do a little bit of core work here. Inhale, come down until you feel your lower back is flat on the mat. Exhale, come back up, draw your knees in. Inhale. Exhale, try to do this with control as much as possible. Inhale, and I know it's not easy. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And this time just hold here. And exhale, release. Draw your knees into your chest. Rotate your feet, just stretching your ankles a little bit. And then extend your left leg, bring your right knee over. Inhale back to center, exhale opposite side. Inhale back to center. Draw the knees in. And bring your feet down a little wider than hip distance apart. See if you can reach your ankles here and draw your shoulder blades together. Inhale, exhale, lengthen your spine. And inhale, lift your hips, engaging your glutes into bridge pose. And maybe clasp your hands underneath you. See if you can lift your hips a little further. And now keeping your hips up, maybe reach behind you. And slowly release one vertebra at a time. Draw your knees in, and then final pose. I always like to do some sort of inversion. So It can be your choice. If you are comfortable in shoulder stand or plow or both, go ahead and move into those. Otherwise, if you have a block, maybe just feet up, supported by the block. If you don't have a block, you can also do it without the block. It's just a little more, I find it a little more relaxing with the block. Or, as I said, if you want to go into shoulder stand or plow, feel free. Just be careful. If you're not familiar with these poses, I wouldn't do them. Just for a few more breaths. And release. Bring your arms forward with your palms facing down. Bring your feet all the way down. Come up onto your elbows. Open the chest. And exhale, top of your head towards the mat. Shoulder blades together, pointing your toes. Looking towards the tip of your nose. And exhale, gently come out of that. And relax. Find your Shavasana. So, if you don't have any props or don't want to use them, you can just let your feet fall out to the sides. Arms to the sides, hands facing up. And let go of the Ujjayi breath if you're still using it. If you do want to use props, you probably already know how you want to set up. So just find your Shavasana, close your eyes, and just really relax into the floor. Feel as if you're melting into the mat. And you can feel free to just take a short Shavasana and end the class here. I feel like a class isn't complete unless I do the guided relaxation and some breath work and the meditation at the end. But I think when I did the shorter class, it's one way that it's shorter is that you don't have to stay in Shavasana as long or participate in the breath work or meditation. So it's up to you. If you're choosing to leave the class, then thank you so much. Namaste. Otherwise, if you're staying, I'll begin the guided relaxation. I do recommend that you stay in Shavasana for at least a minute or two. So again, feeling heavy on the mat. Inhale and exhale. Coming back to your breath. But just breathing naturally. And relax your feet. Relax your lower legs. Relax your upper legs. Relax your hips. Relax your tailbone. Relax your lower back. Relax your middle back. Relax your upper back. Relax your shoulders. Relax your upper arms. Relax your elbows. Relax your lower arms. Relax your wrists. And relax your hands. Relax your belly. Relax your chest. Relax your throat. Relax your jaw. Relax your tongue. Relax your eyes. Relax your forehead. Relax your entire body. Imagine you're lying in a very comfortable place, maybe on the sand or in a meadow. And imagine a wave of relaxation washing over your head to your toes. Imagine that it's light and warm. And as your body feels heavier, your inner body feels lighter. And you're letting any thoughts come and go, letting go of thinking and planning just for a few moments. And slowly start to wiggle your fingers and toes, bringing your awareness back into the space around you. And whenever you're ready, reach your arms over your head. And one knee and then the other. And roll over onto one side using your arms to support your head. And slowly make your way back into a comfortable seated position. So now you can really sit in any position that's comfortable for you. If you're more comfortable on your knees, then that's fine. And so I'm just going to close with some breath work and a meditation again. If you're choosing to end the class now, thank you, namaste. Otherwise, rest your left hand on your lap. Bring these fingers together to close your left nostril, and your thumb closes your right nostril. Other two fingers are down. Take a couple of deep breaths. And close your left nostril. Exhale, inhale right. Close both. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close. Exhale right. And release. Take a couple of breaths. Notice if your breathing feels any different than it did before doing that breath work. If it feels any more open. Good, and then we're going to do a gratitude meditation. So take a moment, close your eyes if you'd like to, and think of 3 things that you're especially grateful for in your life right now. Now, at the end of the year is really a great place to just kind of take stock of that, everything in your life that you are really grateful for, that you're lucky to have. And once you've thought of those 3 things, just take a moment to sit with that feeling. And notice any physical effects that you have from that feeling. How does it feel in your body? And imagine any feeling in your body taking the shape of a little speck of light that's radiating warmth. And imagine that light starting to expand until it fills your entire body. And then maybe the light extends beyond your body into the room. Maybe it reaches beyond the room into the rest of the rooms in your building. Maybe out into the street, into the neighborhood. Maybe imagine that light just touching people who might be walking by. And then you can release that image. Take a breath and slowly open your eyes. And I encourage you to take any benefits from this practice or from that meditation with you into the rest of the day and sharing it with those around you. And thank you so much for joining me today. Again, I welcome any comments or suggestions or requests. Have a beautiful rest of the day. Namaste.